Hi, I'm a neuron. I live way, way deep inside your brain. It's in this really busy neighborhood called the ventral temporal cortex. And you know what? My job is the best job in the whole world because I get to help you recognize everything you see. Everything.
But see, I don't just look at the whole picture at once. No way. I'm what you might call a feature detective. I've got this secret recipe of things I'm always looking for. Certain pointy shapes or maybe some fuzzy textures. And when I finally see something that has all the right ingredients, zap, I fire. It's my favorite thing to do. So this one time, some scientists showed up and wanted to play a game with me. It was so cool. They had these special tools to listen in and try to figure out my secret rules for firing. It was like a giant game of hide and seek, but with brain signals. Okay, so you gotta hear this. They figured out that I have this special thing. They called it an access code, which is kind of boring, but I like to call it my personal compass. And it always points to the exact visual recipe that I care about the most. It's like my very own secret treasure map. And watching my compass is super fun. When I see an image that's a really bad match for my recipe, totally not it, my little compass needle, it barely even wiggles. I don't fire much. But when an image is a perfect match, ooh, you're getting warmer, hot. The compass just spins and spins like crazy, and I fire a whole bunch. Zap, zap, zap. But then, the scientists changed the rules of the game. They asked the person whose brain I live in to just imagine the pictures instead of actually looking at them. And I thought, well, I guess the game's over then, right? There's nothing to see. Boy, was I wrong.
Ooh, you are not gonna believe this part. This is the best part. When the person just thought about the picture, I fired again. And not just any old zap, no. I fired in the exact same pattern. My compass pointed in the exact same direction. It was just like watching a movie replay, but this time it was all on the inside, with my eyes squeezed shut. And it wasn't just me. It turns out that about 40% of my neuron friends did the exact same thing. We were all having a huge imagination party in here. It was awesome.
So what does this all mean? Well, your brain isn't just remembering the word for something. Nope, it's actually using my secret recipe code, but backward. It builds the whole picture again, right from the inside out. It's like your brain has its very own picture maker. The scientists could even play this amazing mind-reading game. First, they'd listen to my firing pattern. Then, they'd feed that pattern into this super smart decoder machine. And then, poof, the machine could actually print out a fuzzy, kind of dream-like picture of what the person was imagining. Seriously, they were reading my mind. And, it wasn't just a guess either. They got the real picture. It was my secret recipe, the actual visual pattern. It wasn't just some sticky note that said face or chair or something. No, it was the real deal. Okay, so just to be totally honest, not all of my friends played along. Some of them only liked to fire when they were seeing things for real, and some only liked firing for imagining. And I have to admit, my imagination signal was, well, it was a little bit weaker, a little messier than my seeing for real signal. But, figuring out this whole inside-out picture power, wow. It opens up so many new adventures for the future. Think about it. There are two really big, exciting ideas. First, what if we could get better at using this brain-powered picture maker to help people be more creative, with art or learning or solving really tricky problems? And second, for people who get scary pictures stuck in their heads that just won't go away, maybe we could find a way to help them turn the volume down on those pictures. Now, these aren't promises or anything like that, but they are real, super important adventures for science to go on, now that they know all about my secret compass and how it works. So after all that, after the whole game and the mind reading and everything, I have a really big, kind of brain-bending question that I want to leave with you. Just remember this, okay? I fire when you see something out there in the world, and I fire almost the exact same way when you just picture it inside your head. So if seeing something and just imagining it use the very same tiny machines like me, well, then how much of the world that you call real is actually something your brain is just quietly building for you on the inside? And if the world inside your head runs on the very same little neurons as the world outside your head, where does the world stop? And where do you even begin? Kind of makes you think, right? Bye!